On today's update, let us look at Israeli state, the state which is considered to be one of the smallest and strongest states in the whole world, located in the Western Asia. It is believed that it is situated on after World War II, having an estimated population of 9.4 million people. Its capital and largest city is Jerusalem, and the official language used is Hebrew. The currency used by the citizens is new shekel. The dominant religions in the country is Judaism, Islam, and Christianity. There has been a growing advancements in technology, and on the latest update shows that Israeli startup Unveils flying vehicles to be used like cars. On Tuesday, the startup air company of Israel unveiled its first easy-to-operate electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, and their aim is to sell directly to consumers, predominantly in the United States, starting in 2024. This Israeli startup air company unveiled flying vehicles on Tuesday, and they are saying this is the first easy-to-operate electric vertical take and landing aircraft. And the main consumers of these aircrafts are mainly for the United States people, and they are saying they will be beginning to sell these aircrafts starting in 2004. The company has been working with the United States Federal Aviation Authority for 2 years and expects to obtain certification by the end of 2003 for the Air One. The company is called Air One. A two-seater, 970 kilogram, close to 2,138 lb, electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, which will have a flight range of 110 miles, close to 177 kilometer. This was said by Chief Executive Rani Plaut, speaking to Reuters. The company has been working with the Federal Aviation Authority, one of the providing and the safest, most efficient aerospace system in the whole world. And they are saying they expect to get a certification by the end of 2003 for this company, Air One. The aircraft is having a two-seater, having a kilograms of 970, and its flight range is ranging from 110 miles, which is approximately 177 kilometers. The Air One raised seed funding of under $10 million last year and has been running unmanned tests of its vehicles. All along last year, they raised under sum of money close to 10 million, and they have been operating tests for these flying vehicles. They continued and said, this chief executive, that they are building a prototype models and expect to sell its aircraft for around the same price as an expensive car without providing more precise details. The company had constructed a first version of flying vehicles models and they expect to sell these aircraft at the same price like any other expensive cars. There has been an increasing number of investors and aviation companies who have piled into what but not yet to be approved. Here the companies and investors, they have come and filed their requests, and the company is soon to get them approved. And urban air mobility space and the number of electric vertical and takeoff aircraft startups has increasingly multiplied. Air taxi firm Joby Aviation has gone public via a merger with the blank check company and Vertical Aerospace, which has a pre-orders for up to 1,000 crew aircraft with the launch customers. Air taxi firm Joby Aviation has gone into public, merging with a black check company and a Vertical Aerospace, and they have ordered for almost 1,000 aircraft, which is going to be launched to the customers. Another company called Unveils, one of the global leader of aircraft leasing and American Airlines, is going public via a merger with Broadstone Acquisition Corporation, also to order for aircrafts. The chief executive of this company said the difference with Air One is that it will be sold to consumers who can use its fly-by intent software to fly without being fully trained pilots. The chief executive came up and said the chief executive of this company came up and said that these aircraft will be sold to consumers and they will use the fly-by intent software to be able to fly these flying vehicles, and they will not need much training like the training required by pilots, because they have a fly-by intent software that will enable them to fly these flying vehicles without much training. And he proceeded and said that their focus is entirely personal, and he said they are not talking about commercial flights. They are not meaning about commercial flights like you see airplanes taking passengers. He continued and said they are talking about people using this as they use cars. This is a flying vehicle, it's not a commercial flight, and these people, they will be using these flying vehicles as they use their normal cars. The United States has a lot of open air space that makes it a suitable first market for the Air One. The chief executive continued and said that the United States has a lot of open space, and they have a big market for this, because their space is suitable enough for these flying vehicles. They continued and said the air expects demand could increase or could reach 15,000 vehicles a year. The company is expecting to have a higher demand of these vehicles within a year, and it is currently raising additional funds to get through the Federal Aviation Authority certification process, and they are fighting to see that they get an additional funds to see that they can get certified by this Federal Aviation Authority so that they can have to process more flying vehicles. This is a good advancement technology that will help to increase or to reduce the jam within the United States and entire world, because this will be used by other many countries, because we have been having jam all over, and I think the first beneficiaries will be the United States, having won the chance of having a lot of an open airspace suitable, and have a suitable first market for this year alone. So this is one of the updates we have today on the Freedom Updates. So you should keep always subscribing, liking to our channel for the latest news always. Thank you.